Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Flailbot. Welcome to episode 4 of New World, New Problems. We are the New World colonies. First thing we're going to do, like I said last time, is just leap right into the Merchant Prince, the new lord type from Kataf, which has a couple of fun things. One of the fun things it has is the best money can buy. Upkeep increase, a ton plus 10% armor for all your units, which averages out to between 5 and 10% damage reduction, so 7.5%. Pretty solid. Nice way to take lower tier units and just kind of give them a little bit of an oomph. There's a little bit of that in general. We talked briefly early on about this, about how you get Strider and Stalk for Swashbucklers and Spearmen, and how that really bumps them up to a different tier, basically. Which is neat. I kind of like the idea of taking these tier 1 units and adjusting them so they take a different place in your army. Especially given when you have just pure better replacements for certain units. It's nice to see them given little special abilities, different ways that they could be incorporated. The other interesting thing right off the bat for Merchant Princes is I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's a leadership penalty for the enemies on the entire map, which is neat. You need only 4 skill points in the previous group, which is your basic standard melee hero thing. So what you can do is, this hero's not bad. 85 armor, his melee attack and defense aren't amazing, but he's kind of tanky. Right, so grab full plate, either additionally more full plate, or pick up Scarred Veteran and Blade Shield, whatever you're going to do, and then pick up a leadership penalty for the entire enemy team. Neat. He's also got the standard yellow line, red line for units, just like the Lord does, including Duplicari, and veteran bonuses for the pikemen, blah blah blah, more melee missile infantry and artillery. Basic cavalry bonuses, the leadership size aura bonus. This is the huge bonuses to all your sort of swordsman type units. And more cav stuff. Where he gets weird are these, I guess, double sets of blue lines. So more captains. That's alright. And more hiring. This one's an interesting. This is all like money, but we'll start down here. More captains, recruitment costs, basic stuff, research rate, that's new, and incomes from cities is plus 2% locally. It's a basic boost income thing, but it gets up to 8%, and the research rate gets up to 12%. A couple of these princes, and you're just running basically free better everything. I've noticed in this faction that you have a lot of potential casualty replacement rate, 15 from here, 5 from here. Enemy hero success chance penalties, not really interesting. Upkeep cost for enemy units? Yeah, so you doodle about in enemy regions, only the regions, right? And force them to pay more money. Meh. Interesting. And income from ports up to 15, you combine that with Arts Promoter, you get a big boost to your income. And then this is the same thing that the other captains have. And this is you capture more dudes. It could be better. And Machiavellian Prince is pretty weird. You get plus 5 diplomacy with all factions. And then you've got casualty replacement, more money makers, construction costs in local province, not very exciting. Income from all buildings, that's pretty sweet. That would stack then with here again. Siege, could be better, could be worse. The same thing, or the sort of the paired public order penalty to death by mercenaries is free reign, more raiding income. This one's kind of neat because battle wizards are, they get cheaper and you can get more of them. So that's neat. What's weird, I feel like he has battle wizards and he has captains, but they don't have any bonuses for captains or battle wizards. Magic on drop chance, could be worse, could be better. And then growth and income penalties. You got me. I don't know. It's a mixed bag. And then this is super duper weird: ambush defense chance and ambush success and intercept. It's a very weird mixed bag. It's kind of cool. Not sure if I'm overall a huge fan, but we've got one, and we're gonna start heading up towards Petunia Nonole, if that's how you pronounce that. And if not, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do something else. That's it. That's our whole turn. It's a long intro to just talk about Butcher Princes, but I kind of wanted to get it out of the way. I don't know how to use them quite. I mean, Lords is, you know, you send them in, they fight things, it's whatever. For the Merchant Princes, it's a little bit more of a toss-up because they have a lot of weird abilities, some combat stuff, but not even a full line. Alright, there's a Black Ark on the field. We're gonna go ahead and head this way. Really? I'm still so wounded. I'm gonna twiddle our thumbs some more. You're gonna head to the monument, and you're gonna recruit one of these guys and two of these guys, and then we are going to build our first. We cannot build this. Required docks and training field. Oh right. So this is a weird thing. Usually you would build your 1 through 3 basic buildings in your minor settlements, and then your capital ignores them and only gets these things that can't be built to their maximum tier in the minor settlements. But the Conquistador's beachhead requires you to have docks, which is good. We have docks already. And a training field. And out in the province, in the settlement, which we don't have. And then this bad boy requires a rally field, so the next thing up, and a harbor. And then this bad boy requires a barracks and a trading port, which means, yeah, I mean, you always have this taken up, but you take up an extra slot by building this basic recruitment, which is, that's weird. I'm not sure if I'm a fan. I mean, here it doesn't matter. We don't have the recruitment building anyway, right? So we were going to do that. But here, this building, well, I couldn't even build it. I couldn't even build a Conquistador's beachhead in Hexwaddle because it doesn't have a port. It's a strange, twisted world. It's a strange, twisted world. We'll see. We'll upgrade this because it gets more money. What is that actually? 300 versus 600? Okay, so that's a nice big boost. The nation calls. Kadavo, I think we'll need to take the opportunity to take out Draug. Before Draug. Fight for our nation! Oh darn. Oh, did I get him? Alright, I got him. Let's just auto-resolve this. Nah, we'll have to fight it. So let's quick save. And we'll fight it. I don't want to lose any units here, so. I'm not gonna risk auto-resolve killing my cannons or something. Whoa. Was it? Whoa. Alright. So I guess we'll be fighting in a swamp. Down here. Below this normal terrain. Oh. Neat. Oh, and our camera moves super slow because they're really close to the ground. Let's go to tactical mode. Can we switch to tactical mode? There we go. Dang, fancy. This is neat. Alright, let's see. I can't see any of my units now. It's not so useful. They're here. There they are. Okay. Alright, good. Let's grab ourselves normal array of frontline units. We will stick our crossbows right behind them. Our cannon, we will move over here. These guys are going to be the cannon guardsmen. And then we'll just have some oh jeezy Pete's. We're going to have some random. I wonder what is going to happen. I'm glad I saved before this battle. Where's El Cadavo? He's gonna stick it right here in the middle because we do want his cool and fancy
Swordsman!
fire imbuing effect to be applicable.
Heldenhammer! By the Emperor's will!
40 meters. Oh, it glows the ones that it affects. That's nice. Okay. Great. That looks good. Tell me about sort of line of sight. Cheesy Pete's. Could you guys reasonably fire on... What does white mean? I don't remember. Let's go ahead and hit the Orc War Boss. I'll be alright.
Send us out!
These guys can kinda... I want to maneuver my horses. Oh, camera, could you please be even slower?
To battle!
So, come over here. I don't want to get in the way of my cannon, assuming it's going to shoot at someone at some point. This does not look like these guys want to engage with me the way I want them to engage with me, though. So... Yo, bam! Got him. Nice shooting, dudes. I didn't actually group these crossbowmen, who I now must. Everyone else, hard group attack. El Cadavo, you can hit him. Yeah, so we should be able to take out the archers in short order. Yep, there we go. 10, 9, 8. Let's go ahead and choose something else then. You guys were supposed to be in skirmish mode. Run.
Yes, sir! Quickly! The Empire endures! For France! We are Sigmund heirs!
El Cadavo's being a hero.
Our orders?
It's his normal plan of action is to be a super cool hero.
Ready for war!
Cannon on those.
The Empire endures! Charge! Ready for war! For the Warhammer! To battle! Take aim!
Okay,
Our weapons are
that
yours!
could have gone worse. It's good territory. I like the landscape we played on. Infinity Swamps is fun. Ah, the enemy lord has been also defeated. Weird. Okay, good. We didn't lose too many guys, although we did kind of bork up the whole cav thing over there on the side, and it's kind of hard to see. Oops. And we'll go ahead and take the leadership again, because we desperately need that recovery thing.
Pick up the pace!
And I can't believe he ran.
To the province.
And I mean that in the sense of like, we chased him, he ran. Oh well.
Yes, sound plan.
Yeah, we'll just head.
It is for the best.
Okay, can't replenish because I'm in foreign territory, and my territory is way over here. So whatever. Let's... Should we push? I mean, we're not moving very far right now. I'm thinking if we...
To strengthen the Empire. On march!
I'm thinking if we push,
This will bolster the
if we
nation.
settle this, then we're going to end up having a reduced casualty replacement rate. And I'm not sure if the local armies applies to the province or not. I had the situation where I was, what I thought was doing myself, you know, a boon by settling in a new place, but then the unpleasant climate didn't apply to me because I didn't own that area, and then I settled in instead of encamping or something,
Yes,
and
my
it
lord.
killed my recovery rate.
So,
That wasn't super. Okay, we already talked about everything we're gonna do. I mean, that's such a super cool, useful thing. Yet another 15% extra H points. Or this additional big honking boost to missile infantry. Let's do that.
the Emperor bid.
Hey, someone who wasn't moved. Okay. I suppose we'll
To
head off
battle.
this way. Nice to
Onwards.
get in touch with Lothern. Yeah, recruiting. We could upgrade that thing in Skaggy or upgrade this thing here. That's cheaper, so we'll do that. And then we're gonna have basically no money because we put all of our money into upkeep for Marcello. I think his name was Marcello. Marcello's army.
I will marshal the men.
Yeah. 2,000's not bad. I thought we had 700 for some reason. So if we were to upgrade Skaggy again, then we could theoretically build the Harbor Master's port.
What does the Emperor bid? By Sigma's right.
So let's continue to recuperate with this army because it
Moving
is
off.
not yet up to snuff. And if I were going to put things in it, I would put heroes and cavalry units in it. Let's start with Unai. See if he can find anything that's worth
Moving off.
bringing back home.
Sigma
There we
compels
go.
us to strengthen the Empire.
Go
Yes,
there
a
first.
sound plan.
If what you seek is for the greater good, my sword is
As you say.
Hooray! They don't hate us that much. Who loves us the most? Hey, why didn't they show up in the trade thing? No, I guess it's just kind of... That's alright.
Open bow to the Lich King at once.
Yes! I will trade
I
all
serve
the
our
things.
great king welcomes you. Wise indeed.
Glorious.
Valiant.
The laws of chivalry demand I hear you.
Why no... I'm happy to take non-aggression pact.
I accept.
Do you think that you would maybe... Darn. I will not trade, he says. They don't like me very much. Minus 40, minus 40, minus 50, minus 40. Okay, so thinking that's probably the last trade area I'm gonna get. Although, still good. Now, we have 3,000 money to invest. We can either upgrade this to make $500. We can upgrade this to recruit other types of units, which is something we will need to do eventually. Kind of cool to get pikemen as well. How do they compare to spearmen with shields? I'd like to know. Can I look at that actually?
Now,
If I... So spearmen have +4 melee defense, but minus everything else, including significantly less armor. Swordsmen still have more melee attack, but lower everything else. What are the costs like? About double for the pikemen. Charge defense against all, again, interesting, but I'm usually taking these charges with my shooter guys. What is this thing? Oh yeah. Recharge if plus 20% melee attack. Alright, how do they compare pikemen to halberdiers? Halberdiers have more hit points, but less armor and also no shield. Better defense, better weapon strength, and armor piercing. Yeah. And a bigger bonus versus large, potentially. Similar. 16 versus 17 here. They seem super similar. These guys are slightly more expensive. Charge defense against all is neat, but it's... I guess if you're... You just have to stand them there and let someone else walk into you while you gun them down. It's basically the dwarf's dream. So, can't be that bad. Say 1392 to upgrade you, 2800 to upgrade you, 2000 to upgrade you, 2500 for you. Let's do the monument here, because in a couple of turns then we can get around to building another weaving house. That'll be good. Okay, we have to do the trade. Everyone has an office. Yeah. Be good to get that bonus experience from our Reichsguards. That's sarcasm. I'm hoping that Hexawatl will get weakened by the Skaven up there, but I haven't really seen much scurrying around. Plus 20%, plus 20, not 20%, plus 20 weapon damage. Whoa. Well, that's bad news for our primarily arranged focused army. Although I guess we just send everyone in. Guns not blazing. Same problem. What do we actually upgrade? Public order is nice ever, which is great news. 14 units. Thinking we should try to 3 settlements. 1, 2, 3. Probably 1 army. I mean, including this one over here, but this one doesn't count because their fightiness is low, so they're boned. I don't want to push super far south though, just because this is not yet really secure. I'm tempted to make peace. We've weakened them. They're willing to take peace. I'm willing to take some of their money. And we can take this opportunity
Into battle! The nation calls.
to
Yes, sound.
boost 1, 2, 3.
Yes, my lord.
Better idea. Let's do this. Any things over here? Yep, we'll start here. And then we'll curve over to
I will marshal the men.
from the mysterious island to this fell cargo, and then we'll pop up to this other mysterious island. Unai will
Let us move.
grab this fell cargo, this lost convoy, and
Onwards.
then he'll head off to this other mysterious island. Good, that pile of money will really actually help because we have so much to build right now. Let's get... This will improve our trade in general, and eventually reduce upkeep of great swords and swordsmen. And we'll just do the settlement upgrades because they're always so hard to justify, but now that we actually have the money, it's a lot easier to just decide to do them. And we will take, again, the money generator to get us smoothly moving forward. The Knights of the Flame.
Protector, these lands
Apparently
are
hate
ours by the
trading.
right granted from the Lady of the Lake. What?
Why does the Lady of the Lake give him a funny island? Shouldn't she give him a lake? Oh, okay, things are going well, in my opinion. I'm really glad we squandered so many turns of Mazdamundi's start by having him stuck on the other side of our territory. I think that was a very effective usage of our time.
What does
Because
the
he
Emperor
ended up
bid?
so, well, just so out of position. Aggression, we're not really going to be fighting super soon with this particular army, so we'll take a sword and then yet another chunk of maps.
It is time.
Suppose may as well give the sword. Does El Cadavo have a weapon? It does. I don't care about Unai's stuff. You can pick up. The charge bonus is probably not super relevant. Melee attack's not bad. I mean, that's a pretty low melee attack. Both common, so they'll be replaced at some point anyway, if I can remember. So, not that big of a deal. And you can take. Actually, might be a better idea. Like, not that he's in the province yet, but he will be. In fact, I could stick him in the province for the bonus money and then still pick this up next turn.
Let us
Let's do
move.
that. Whoop. No, I should have put on a normal. I could have recruited some dudes. Upgrade that thing. Build more money. Yeah. This. Or build a recruitment building. I just am so underwhelmed by riders and by pistoliers. I tried out the grenade variant. Outriders it is, I think. For Empire. They are amazing. It's like, I had two of them and they let off a
Pick up
volley.
the pace.
And 2 units, a single volley would annihilate a 2 units with a single volley would just annihilate a unit of like Goblin Archers or something. Sure, not great units, but the same thing would happen with any tier 1 unit. Miscast chance 30% or magic power reserve. We'll take the Book of Ashur. That's assuredly the better choice. It was neat, and they're pretty highly mobile, so there's really no loss by putting the Outriders with grenades just anywhere on the battlefield. They're just super useful all over. We could run over here and meet some zombies. We could run over here and meet the rest of the elves. I'm thinking meeting the rest of the elves is probably a good idea.
Yes.
And it's true that we are suffering from attrition, so perhaps if we went this away... How big is this sea province? Ultra massive? Can I even tell where it ends? Hurricane. Let's just...
To battle.
tough our way out of it, through it, whatever.
War calls.
Oh, curses. Don't do anything. Don't cancel that construction. Cancel that construction. And then...
Raise your weapons. What?
And then... fix up that little town. Awesome. That's a bog standard little village.
Ready.
Excellent. How many turns will this take to recover? 7. That's terrible. I'll probably hightail it over to the High Sentinel and see how that works. So these guys are recuperating 7 units per turn. 7 models per turn. Keep that in mind.
Comet.
Can compare it. Everyone's moved, tech is done, diplomacy, unless we met anyone new. Boop 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 boop.
Do you know who? These lands are ours.
Why won't you guys trade? Our goods are legitimate. You guys trade? Oh no, you hate me. Shocking. Lothern is doing terrible. They haven't even taken back their core province, right? Isn't the Tower of Lycian part of Lothern? Lothern. Whatever.
So,
3 turns of Chaos Corruption or Untainted. I'm going to take the Chaos Corruption because we're early on in the game enough that I'm not feeling like we are going to really suffer from corruption. Nice. Nice. The Chaos Invasion isn't here, which means it's not a concern how much Chaos Corruption we have. It'll grow for 3 turns and then it'll plummet back to 0 because there's going to be no more source of corruption. We're going to take this because we want this. This is so terrible. I can't imagine it. 25 seconds is a long time, but since it only affects undead, it's a pile of worthless.
to the provinces.
You know who it should undead affect?
It is for the best.
Everyone.
Yes.
So these guys are recruiting 12 now per turn, just because we move them over here. They're recovering 15 per turn. Or not, 19. Okay, 19 versus the 12. It's a pretty significant difference. 4 turns instead of 6 or 7 it was going to be. Yeah, so this will go up to 15%, giving us like -3 public order, and then it'll go back away because
Let us move.
you have to have a source of corruption in order for things to go
All are given a fair hearing in the
Well,
Phoenix
you don't have a port. You guys gotta get port, guys. Everyone needs a port.
I will marshal the men.
I don't know if you knew that, but ports are super important. Upgrade. Build. Expand. Conquer. I will eventually want that thing in Skeggy anyway, since it's kind of my core province. And I really should rename Skeggy. But I kind of like it. Maybe I'll call it Skeggy's Last Stand or something. I know. Boop. 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 Skeggy's End. I have been Flailbot, and this has been New World, New Problems. Many thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.